Okay, simplify. So 20C4, that means you need your formula sheet. Okay. 20C4, or you wrote your formula on the front of your notes. So here's the formula for the C. N factorial divided by R factorial. Can you do N minus R? What do you get? 16? Is that okay? You understand where I'm getting the 16 from? I just did the N, 20 minus the R, 4. So that's that formula. And then we're still going to divide it by 17 and a 19. Okay, I'm going to rewrite it like that with the 17 and the 19 on, they go on the bottom. You could have wrote that as just one unit. That's fine as well. I just times and flipped, or you could have just understood that you could write it as one unit together. Okay, which expansion should I go with? What's the largest one to start expanding? 20 factorial? Okay. Tell me when to stop. 20, 19. How do I know where to go to? 18, 17, 16. Stop. 16 and beyond. Okay, so why did I stop at 16 factorial? Because all of that, the 16, 15, 14, all of that would cancel with all of that. Okay? Now, just the number 17 would be gone. Just the number 19 would be gone. So I think I better also do 4, 3, 2, 1 on the bottom. Let's pretend this was on a provincial exam and you do not have a calculator. Now tell me what else I could do. What do you want to do if you don't have a calculator? Because you're probably not going to want to do 20 times 18. Anything you can reduce? What do you want to reduce? There's a bunch. Should we cross off the 20 and the 4? Is that okay? 20 and 4 can change to a 5 and a 1. Do you want to cross off 18 with anything? 18 and 3 could cross off to be 6 and 1. Do you see your final answer? You want me to keep crossing off or just say 30 divided by 2? So 15. Okay, so factorials, expand, cancel. Okay. Simplify. This is an expression, so we're going to simplify. Which factorial is the largest? N plus 3. So I'm going to go down all the way to what factorial will I stop at? The next factorial. Okay, so N plus 3. If you go down 1, N plus 2. If you go down 1, N plus 1, N. Okay, and that's where we're going to stop. Okay, so this and beyond would cancel with that and beyond, right? This single unit would cancel that single unit. So I'm left with that and that, but the question said to simplify, so I'm not done. What should I do to simplify that?
Factor.
Opposite of factoring. So I'm going to FOIL it out. N squared plus 4n plus 3. Okay, so the word simplify, that's what that would mean. Okay, simplify. So which factorial will I expand? The top one. So n plus 2. If I go down, it makes an n plus 1. If I go down, it makes an n. Da 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 da, continue, continue. I'm going to stop there though. Okay, so all this and beyond would cancel all that and beyond. And since I'm simplifying, I'm going to multiply. Okay, the last one of the expressions, which one is the larger amount? Is it better to have an n minus 1 or an n plus 1? N plus 1 is a larger number, right? So I'm going to leave that and I'm going to expand the bottom. So n plus 1, go down 1, so that's just n. Go down 1, and then I stop. Okay, so when you're thinking about subtraction numbers, make sure you understand which one's bigger. Because I think there's one in your book that might have something like this. Which one of them is bigger?
N minus 5.
N minus 5 is bigger, so that's where you expand, right? There's one like that in your book, so be careful. Okay, so this would cancel this. How do I write my final answer? What do I actually write on the top? 1 over. Okay, I did that example because I get this as an answer often. Just that. And then they forget. Oh, that's on the bottom, so I have to write a 1 over. Okay, 2 more and then we're done. Okay, solve now. So now these are equations that we're going to come up with an answer. Okay, where do I expand? I got this option or this option. So which one of them is bigger? So n plus 2. So go ahead. N plus 2, figure out where to stop. So expand the factorial till you see the other factorial. Okay, so n minus 1 is where you stopped. Okay, let's just write the other side. Okay, I'm going to cancel now. So I'm going to divide both sides by n minus 1 factorial. I'm going to divide both sides by an n plus 1. Okay, so I'm left with this, which I'm going to simplify. So n squared plus 2n. And on that side, I'm left with a 35. Okay, what's the grade 11 math brain going to tell you to do? equals 0. And then factor, right? So 7 and 5. Okay, there's a problem here. This -7 is not going to work because this. Let's pretend I plugged it in here. -7 plus 2 would create a -5 factorial. And when we do factorials, where's the lowest we can ever go? What's the lowest factorial you can get down to? 1. Right?
No, a 0 can be a factorial.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just 1.
Well, that's weird.
But we don't, when we're doing it, we can't go, because then it would cause everything to be 0. If you went 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, that would be 0. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, would be 0.
Calculator's wrong.
I don't know,
Okay,
it's just 1.
so 5 is the answer. You can't do a -5 factorial, right? Something like that is just not going to work. Okay, solve this. So NC2. So can you grab your formula and see what you want to write? NC2. So this is going to be n factorial. We don't have a number there. 2 factorial. N minus 2 factorial. Okay, so I used my formula sheet. Okay, expand. Which one of those do you want to pick to go expand? Which one's larger? So n minus 1, n minus 2, stop. I went down, 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 right? 2 factorial, are you okay if I just write the number 2? Because 2 factorial is 2 times 1. Okay, expand, cancel. I'm going to simplify that top. So I simplified the top, n squared minus n. Okay, now this would be algebra stuff. What should you do algebraically? Cancel the 2. So I'm going to times both sides by 2. Just more algebra work. What's the maneuver on this equation? Equals 0 should be your next thought, right? And then factoring, I'm going to use a 9 and a 10. And remember that we're doing something like this, 10C2. Would that work? Yeah. Does -9C2, would that be an option? No, that's not a thing, because you can't have -9 items and choose 2 of them. That doesn't really work.